What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into another episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. It is Tuesday, July the 2nd. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. And I am pretty confident we're going to win our first play. The New York Mets are up 6-3, three-run home run at the top of the 10th inning by J.D. Martinez, which happened literally 1 second ago. I have no idea how you guys do this anymore. Born and raised in Boston, it's 9:41. Both WNBA games we bet have not started yet. This is when I'm getting ready to tape the Juice Pacific time, like 10 p.m. Pacific. Here we are at 9:41 Eastern, and the game hasn't even tipped off yet. Neither one has tipped off yet. So I have no idea what we're doing. But since we won the baseball game, and I don't know what we did with the basketball game, if we get one of the basketball games right, we get ourselves a 2-1 night. And so it's a winning night. I'm going to do the same thing tonight. 2 WNBA plays in one baseball game. I don't know how I did yesterday because, well, that's the nature of doing this podcast. I could never do this podcast living on the East Coast. It's impossible. I guess I could. I shouldn't say never. I guess I could, but I wouldn't actually be able to. And you're seeing the dog in the background. We're not betting dogs today, but there's a dog in the background. I guess I could, but I would never know the outcome. I could always be taping it, and I would never know the outcome of what the Juice actually did for the night. So it's just a little bit of a different type of podcast if I was living on the East Coast, but I'm not. I'm in Vegas, so Pacific Coast time just is so much better than East Coast time. So we got two WNBA plays and one baseball play for you guys coming up here today on a Tuesday. But before we do that, let me tell you about the winner. I teased it yesterday. Our accuracy challenge, the winner of the month of June, Jesse R. Massaro, Jesse.R.Massaro. You have won a 1-year BettingPros premium subscription and $25 in-store credit at bettingpros.com/shop for being the most profitable ROI gambler on the BettingPros application. Second place prize, B. Custer. You get $25 in-store credit. In third place, DM941. You also have gotten $25 in-store credit. You will be emailed by BettingPros by the end of this week to claim your prizes, and you can be a part of this here in the month of July. You can go and start right now, be a part of the accuracy challenge at bettingpros.com/challenge. That's bettingpros.com/challenge. You go there. The number one return on investment, ROI, gambler, not record, ROI. You win a 1-year premium prescription to bettingpros.com and a $25 store credit. Best of luck to all you guys who want to be a part of it. Again, how it works, you place a minimum of 20 bets in the month of July. All bets are eligible. All sports are eligible. All bet types are available. Top 3 ROI get prizes, contests, resets each and every month. Track your bets for free by downloading the Betting Pros app, and you can be a part of the Betting Pros Accuracy Challenge for the month of July. All right, let's start with baseball. We're going back to Ronaldo Lopez, 6-2 with a 1.70 ERA. Another 2-run shot by the Mets. So the Mets are now up 9-3. We're good, okay? Mets win. We're going to win this game. They're not going to give up 6 runs in the bottom of the ninth. I don't believe. Bottom of the 10th. I don't believe to the Nationals. So we should go 1-0 on the night to start there. 6-2 Lopez, 1.70 ERA on the road this year, 2.33 ERA, a 3-2 record, opposing batting average of 218, 38 and 2/3 innings worth of work, 10 earned runs given up for one of the best pitchers in the National League and maybe the best pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. His game log is quite impressive. 6-2, 7-0, 6-3, 5-2, and 4-2. That is 5 straight games, all games that were won on the run line by the Braves when Lopez starts. Look, in baseball, what happened yesterday and what happened in the last start has nothing to do with what we're talking about here for today, right? Every baseball game is unique, but I do think we can learn something by how the Braves play when Lopez is on the mound. He's extremely difficult to stop. 3 of his last 4 starts have been on the road like this one, 6-2, 6-3, 5-2. All games he won, the Braves won on the run line. The Braves on the run line here today are plus 114 at DraftKings. Beautiful thing about being in New Hampshire, I can bet on DraftKings. I can't do that in Vegas. I can bet that here. We've got a minus 1.5 runs for the Braves against the Giants. The Braves lost their last game. They were off yesterday, but the Braves, after a loss, are 18-17 on the run line. The Giants, who won their last game, are actually a pretty surprising 17-23 on the run line after winning a game. They won yesterday. So a chance for us, or they won their last game. They didn't play yesterday, but they won their last game. Same thing with Atlanta. I like the Braves here to go with this on a plus money 1 unit play. Braves on the run line on the road, at home against the Giants. So actually, well, sorry, that's my bad. I like it even more. I said I read the road splits for Lopez. His home splits. He's got a 1.11 ERA at home, 3-0 record, 211 batting average, 5 earned runs, and 40 and 2/3 innings worth of work. Against Detroit at home, 7-0. Against the A's at home, 4-2. He's just been tremendous. Like, this is just a play on him. Home, road, doesn't matter. We're playing Lopez on the run line here. Him with the Braves. We're going over. Sorry, that was my daughter. -1.5. Madeline. We're just taping a podcast here. It's vacation mode, everybody. You know, it's how it is. Run line, Braves, -1.5 at +114 at DraftKings. Bless her. This is like the cat incident all over again. All right, to WNBA we go here, and let's take a look at where we are for the Lynx and the Liberty, and this is going to be fun. I mean, these are two teams that I think when you start to take a look at, you know, who's playing the best, these teams are really playing well against each other. Total's 164, and you've got a 7-3 to the over New York team. They did go under in the last game. That snapped a 5-game over streak. We were on the over with Atlanta. It didn't hit, but Minnesota is 4-6 to the over, 6-4 to the under. But they played New York 94-87. That was in the Commissioner's Cup championship game. 163.5 was the total. This is 164. I think this is a very similar type of handicap as what we did before when we bet the over here, is that we're going to see a lot of up-tempo. I again lean towards the dog. And I do think there's a chance to kind of jump in here with the potential of grabbing hold of Minnesota here on the road. But I like the over in this game at 164. I think we're going to see offense for both these teams. We've just seen it. No, I'm not saying we're bet just because we saw it, but with the number of games going over here for New York, just how consistently they've been to the over, 7-3 overall in the year, 11-8 to the over for New York, 9-6-1 to the under for Minnesota. So that's a little bit of a worry, but they've played 10 times over the last 10 games. They've gone 6-4 to the over. Last time out, 163 over. Last year, it was a 1-1 situation last year for them. Actually, they played back in May. It was an under 84. That was the blowout game that didn't make a whole lot of sense as to why the number was as high as it was last time out. Same thing here. I do lean towards the dog catching 5, but I'm going to bet over with New York at home. Over 164 for New York and Minnesota. And then the third bet, Indiana is at Las Vegas. I'm going right back to it here with the Vegas Aces at home. They went under in their last game against Washington on the road. We were on the over in that game, but that should have hit. They scored 98 points in the first half. In the second half, everything just fell apart. Last home game, it did go under against Connecticut. 165.5 went under, but against Seattle, it was 173. It went over. We bet that. New York game did go under. It was 174.5, a similar type of number that we have here against the Liberty, but that was before they got Chelsea Gray back. They've got Chelsea Gray. They're 6-4. They're 2-2 to the, for a total perspective, but Indiana is 8-2 to the over their last 10 games, and they're currently on this long road trip, so we're going to need their legs to be good. They had a couple days off, so that was, or one day off, which was good, not playing on a back-to-back, but they should score. Vegas likes to play up-tempo. Indiana wants to play up-tempo here. 175 against Phoenix. That game went under. It was 88 to they landed on 170. It was 88-82. Against Seattle on the road. They've been an under team on the road. That went under, but then before that was a streak of 8 straight games that went over for the Indiana Fever. I'm going to come back with it as well. Should be a lot of energy in the building. The Aces are favored by 13 points. That's just too many points to come in and play around with. But I'm going to come in here and take with the over because I think it's a good play for us to get into from a total perspective. 174.5 Indiana and Las Vegas. We're going over 174.5 Indiana and Las Vegas. Okay, so 3 bets for us here on a Tuesday. We are going run line for the Braves at home against the Giants, minus 1.5 runs at plus 114. We're playing the over 164 for the Liberty and the Lynx. We're playing over 174.5 for Indiana in Las Vegas. Those numbers matter, by the way. So shop around, find the best price, find the most, or buy it down if you have to 164 and 174.5. Those are the two numbers I've played, and the Braves on the run line as well for us here. 3.2 units in play for us on a Tuesday. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning, wherever you get your podcasts. It's the Daily Juice.